Everybody, my name is John Fisher. Welcome to accreditinvestorleads.com. So before we go any further, what's this Federal Union? Federal Union was the original name of salesleads.tv that happens to own accreditinvestorleads.com, one of our 35 websites. We went ahead and, as the internet age, this is 34 years ago, 35 years in October, and as the internet age, imagine that. 34 years ago, there wasn't any internet. But as the, I don't think there was, and as I know there wasn't. And as the age, came about, we had to come up with a much more friendlier name of the company. So we DBA'd Sales Leads. There wasn't a .com available, so we got the .tv. And it's more expensive than .com, but you know what? We've gotten some really, really good rankings and happens to be a good website. AccreditinvestorLeads.com is even better because it describes what we do, at AIL and resell accredited investor leads. The hat, I happen to be a patriot. I'm a Trump guy, thank God. And this is one of the hats that we just had made. You got the MAGA on one side, you got the Trump on the other side. They come in some real nice colors. By the way, here's another one of our hats. This is a badass. I love this one. Trump, and then it's got the salesleads.tv. So we're into merchandising. We do t-shirts, hats, and stuff like that. You may say to yourself, why would you take a risk on wearing a MAGA hat when you're doing your promotional stuff? Aren't you afraid you'll turn off the liberals? No, I'm not afraid. Number one. Number two, and I don't have any liberal clients. Almost everyone that buys from me is not a liberal. Liberals don't buy leads, and anyway, I don't want to get into. They're not my kind of clients anyway, and they don't buy from us. They haven't for years and years and years. And when you do a $5,000 order, you get two of these hats. You get any combination, any colors you want. But let's talk about Accredited Investor Leads and what makes this company special. Number one, I've been doing this for 34 years. Before that, I was a broker. I'm a real closer. I get the game. I understand the game. I'm old school, hardcore. And the bottom line is I know the game. And I understand sales. I've opened up plenty of rooms. I was a commodity broker. I opened up precious metal rooms. I opened up all kinds of rooms. And I know how to train salesmen. And I'm not a nice guy when it comes to training people. And I don't have much tolerance because that's the way I was raised. And believe me, I became a very, very strong closer. As I get to my golden years, I get less and less tolerant. And I really feel sorry for you guys because the talent out there sucks. There's hardly any good salespeople out there. And you guys may be doing a great job, but you're doing it all wrong. Especially your precious metal guys. Oh my God. You guys, I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's nice to load the book, but man, you got to keep opening up brand new accounts, and not to be able to sell gold at almost $3,000 an ounce. And not selling platinum, platinum at one time was twice as high as gold was. And then the accredited investor guys, I feel bad for you too, because you know what? Biden fucked everything up for the last 4 years. He made the word oil and gas dirty, and no matter what was going on in the marketplace, if you mentioned oil and gas to any investors, they were like, with the Democrats being so sour on, ban fossil fuel, and this and that and this and that, and the balls to use our strategic stockpile to lower the price of oil before an election. Don't even get me started. So what makes me different than everybody else? Number one, I know what the hell I'm doing. Number one, I absolutely am the best. I'm quick as hell. You do that invoice, you make that payment, and we get you your leads within 30 minutes. We're the quickest guys in the country. We suppress against previous orders. You're not going to get duplicates like our friends out in the West Coast do. We sell real accredited investors. We sell people that have received a private placement memorandum, not like our friends at InvestorLead.com that sells you Info USA, Lead Genie, whatever they're called these days. And the bottom line is model information, the ZIP plus 4 average. So if you were to go ahead and go to your neighborhood and take 1,000 people and average their income, home value, age, net worth, everybody gets that average. So they're maybe 65% accurate. They don't even know what a private placement is. They've never received a private placement. They've never been vetted. They're assuming because his average income looks like 200,000 that he must be accredited. It doesn't work. And if you believe a 7-cent lead is going to go ahead and make you money, you're crazy. And I love Investor Lead because we have two different type of clients. She can't affect me, and I don't affect her. Anyone that believes they could spend $350 for 5,000 leads and raise millions with $350 is not my kind of client anyway. And most of her clients would have a heart attack if they were asked to spend 50 cents or $1 a lead. So that's what makes our leads special. They're people that have been vetted by a broker dealer, have received a private placement memorandum, and the guy has asked them, do you make at least 200,000 a year, a million net worth, not including your home? Have you got experience in managing your personal portfolio? Is $50,000 a comfortable entry level for a first-time investment? And is it risk capital, and is it liquid? You don't get that from InvestorLead.com. You don't get that from InfoUSA. And the bottom line is that the leads that are out there, we're on the East Coast. There's two firms out on the West Coast, and by the time they get their hands on something, it becomes Kentucky Fried Turkey. I mean, they sell that stuff so many times, there's some certain leads out there that have a reputation, and Kentucky Fried Turkey is just the right reputation. They're paralyzed by the time, somebody gets a package out to these people. They've got 10 packages on their kitchen table or the desk, and they're getting way too many phone calls. They do not have 1.4 million litigators. We do. We've been accumulating that list for a long, long time. And last thing you want to have is these guys that have throwaway cell phones, and they are on the do not call. They don't call the FTC. They blackmail you. And let me tell you, I've seen some real strong guys get shooken. Just totally. Oh, John, what do I do? What I did? I know you didn't buy that name from me. No, we did. Well, I'm not going to do anything for you unless you order from me. And first of all, you need to clean your database against this 1.4 million I have. And when we do that, and they see how many potential problems they had in their database, and the idiots that sold them those names are clueless. They don't even know what a DNC litigator is. Another thing is, if you have a SAN number, we'll scrub for you. If you don't have a SAN number, we'll get you one. If you don't want to get a SAN number, you're going to sign my indemnity. I'm not making the calls. I'm not responsible. You are. And the indemnity lets you know that. 250 million people on the do not call. I hope Trump does something, gives you guys exemptions, because I'll tell you what, this law is not sustainable. I mean, who's left to call? I really believe that if you're not on the do not call, you have no money. You have nothing to lose. And I just don't think it's going to work out. I don't think this rule is sustainable. Other than that, if you have any questions whatsoever, you give me a call at 561-239-0364. Have a beautiful day, and God bless.